Are you struggling to get started with Dubsado? I'm going to help you intake new leads and get paid fast. I'm Ashley Tindall, and I help entrepreneurs scale their business their way through the power of system strategy and tech automation. As a certified Dubsado specialist, I'm going to give you the pro tips and the tools to help you intake new leads into Dubsado and move that lead from hello to contract signed with the click of a button. Now, the first thing I want you to do is make sure you have a consistent entry point for every single lead who decides to work with you. I'm not going to tell you to stop selling in the DMs, right? Get your money your way. But whether I hop in your DMs to work with you, I click your link in bio, or I stumble across your website, I should have the same consistent and cohesive client experience as any other lead. Now, I personally like to qualify my leads. So looking at this example here on the screen, I want to have an application for leads to decide to work with me, right? I'm not for everybody, and that's fine. But I want to make sure that I'm maximizing your time and mine by asking you some questions to make sure that we're a good fit for each other before we even hop on a call. So I'll ask some questions, and I want you to think through what are the bare minimum things that you need if you want to qualify your leads to make an informed decision, right? Maybe you need to know how long have you been in business? How soon are you wanting to start? Are you ready to make this investment? Did you even look at my services, right? If you say you have a $500 budget, but my services start at $1,000, right? I need you to acknowledge those things, okay? So this is a quick example of things that I might ask in order to qualify my leads, okay? Again, if you hop in my DMs, I'll send you a form to an application on my site. If you're on my website, you're taken right to an application. If you click my link in bio, you're taken right to the application, right? It's a consistent experience. Now, what happens after they fill out that form is going to vary, again, based off of how you decide you want your leads to work with you, okay? I'll show you guys a little bit more about the workflows here in a second, but you can see I have a default workflow that is going to start after somebody fills out this form. I mentioned I want to qualify my leads, so I don't want to send them a scheduler immediately, right? And again, I'll show you this in the workflow. But let's say I decide I want to work with everybody who fills out my form, I want to talk to, okay? Now, this form might be a little shorter. I might not need to know all of those things because we're going to hop on a call, but I want some basic information, right? On this form, maybe I'll have a different workflow that's going to send them the scheduler, okay? But one pro tip that I want to make sure you guys don't ignore is this redirect URL. Now, I absolutely hate autoresponders, okay? So if I fill out your form, I don't need to receive an email that says, hey, I got your form. And then another email that says, hey, let's hop on a call, right? The email that lead receives is the one that I want them to actually pay attention to. So instead, I have a hidden page on my website. As soon as somebody completes my application, they're redirected here. They get a short video of your girl telling them a little bit more about what they can expect to happen next, right? I'm going to review your application. If I think we're a good fit, you'll receive a link to hop on a call, or you'll receive a proposal based off of, the questions you answered. And then from there, we can get started, right? I do share just a little bit more about me because, again, once we get to the point of let's make it official, I want to get right to business, okay? I then, of course, give them a link to, hey, come stalk me over on Instagram and check out my service guide for more details if you haven't already, okay? So, pro tip, make it happen. Now, from an automations perspective, this is where the beautiful part of Dubsado, one of the many beautiful things of Dubsado, comes into play, okay? So I mentioned I have two different workflows based off of how I want this lead to continue working with me. Now, if I said I have an application, I want to review everything, this all service inquiry workflow will trigger, okay? It's going to change their project status to like a consult not booked. It's going to send me a to-do, whether it's me or my team or whatever, to review the lead capture form. Then the action to send the scheduler is an approval action, right? Because again, I want to make sure that I even want to talk to you. No shade, right? But I want to have the control to approve sending this scheduler. Now, if I decide, man, maybe we're not a good fit based off of your answers, but I have other resources, I can archive this workflow and manually send them an email that says, hey, I'm not a good fit, but here are some resources that may be best suited for you, right? Now, maybe I decided I want to talk to everybody, right? I used the other lead capture form. In this workflow, the first thing it's going to do is send the appointment scheduler, but it does have a slight delay, right? Just because things are automated doesn't mean they have to feel so automated. So yes, I want your business, but I don't want to feel so thirsty for it, right? So I have a 30-ish minute delay on sending that scheduler. So they're going to fill out my form. They're going to be redirected to my next steps pages. They're going to see a little bit more about me. Okay, cool. Ashley said I'm going to receive an email. I'm going to keep my eye on that email. Okay. 30 minutes later, they're going to receive that, and then we're going to be able to just move forward. Okay. But again, no matter how they found me, if they hopped in my DMs, I'm sending them to my application. If they came across my website, they're filling out my application. If they clicked my link in bio, they're filling out my application. And everything that happens from the moment they say, hey, I'm interested in working with Ashley, all the way to we hop on a call to decide if we're ready to move forward, it's the same experience. The emails are the same. The redirects are the same. It's all consistent and it's cohesive from that hello to the real hello when we get on the call. Now, let me know in the comments if you're more of a qualifying your leads type of gal, or if you're like, look, I'm going to talk to everybody no matter what. Let me know in the comments. Now, I want to help you get paid fast, right? So that means sending a Dubsado proposal in 10 minutes or less. Now, the next time you sit down to send a proposal, I want you to tell me, time yourself, okay? How long is it taking you to send that proposal? If you say it's taking more than 10 minutes, we got to talk, friend, okay? We can't have that happen. So in order to help you get paid fast, you need two things. A booking workflow set up that's ready to roll to send your proposal, contract, and invoice either as soon as you get off the call with that lead or as soon as that application comes in and you decide you're a good fit, okay? And you need a proposal template that's set up with the structure and framework for you to easily edit and send. You see, I said easily. Now I get it. You're probably saying, Ashley, I customize my proposals, right? And that's fine. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. But you can build a proposal in a way that has the structure and framework for all services, really, right? And I'm going to show you what that can look like. So this is a proposal template example, right? Maybe I'm going to include a custom welcome message, right? Again, you can customize this after you've applied it to a project, okay? Please don't go duplicating this proposal in your template section for every single client, right? I know you're out there, friend, but stop doing it, okay? Once you apply this workflow to the project, you can then edit that form for that client, okay? So you can build this in a way, this is a template, right? I can come in, I can edit my welcome message. I can then give them, hey, here's how things work, right? We're going to have some pre-work. We're going to do our wellness assessment. We're going to embrace the change, right? This is a standard high level. I don't want to say generalized, but generalized view of what they can expect when it comes to working with me, right? Then it comes to their wellness investment, okay? So I may present two packages. Maybe for this particular client, instead of sample package 1 and 2, I may decide 3 and 4 were better, right? Again, once this proposal is applied to their project, I can swap these out. I can say instead of $100, it's going to be $50, right? But I have my template set up with all the details that they need to know for, all of the deliverables that I'm providing, all of the magic that's going to happen in working with me. But I don't have to go make changes to every single last thing when I'm ready to send this proposal, right? I have some, what the streets are saying, some social proof. I have some FAQs. Hey, let's make it official, right? Here's how we do that. You're going to select your package. You're going to sign our agreement. You're going to pay your deposit, and then you're going to start on pre-work, okay? Again, no matter your service, no matter the client, no matter the package, generally, all of these things are going to always happen, right? The pre-work might be different. I'm going to have a call after the pre-work, right? You don't need to go into all that detail. Okay. That's the reason why you have that call if you decide to have one, right? Or you have all this information on your website already, friend. Okay. So this is a template. Okay. Ready to get started. Hit submit and next below. Boom, boom, bam. Okay. Now, I have my template. Let's check out my workflow. Okay. So again, as I said, once you hop off that call or you get your lead in, maybe you don't do calls, you got all the information you need and you say, yep, let's do it. Let's work together, friend. Okay. This is the workflow that we're going to apply to the project. I'm going to show you how to do that. But this workflow is going to send the proposal. You see my little delay here. And I still include an approval action because I want to give you time to edit this proposal, right? After that, we're going to move to a project or proposal sent status. If this form has not been completed in 2 days, I want to follow up, right? I'm not sitting in Dubsado all day, every day. I don't expect you to. But there is so much power in the follow-up, okay? And so much money made in that follow-up. So if you're not sending a follow-up after you sent that proposal, you're pretty much giving up, right? Like, yes, ideally, these clients would receive our proposal, pick a package, sign the contract, and pay immediately. But life be lifing. That doesn't always happen, right? So we need to give them the ability to, hey, friend, I sent you a proposal a couple days ago. What questions can I answer, right? How can I help you make a decision, okay? That'll go out 2 days. If 4 more days go by and they still haven't completed the proposal, we send another follow-up, right? You can send as many follow-ups as you want. Again, it's your client experience. But at minimum, let's have 1 to 2 follow-ups so that we can make sure, hey, I want to stay top of mind, top of your inbox, and working together, okay? This workflow is going to do that for you. You don't have to think about it, okay? I have approval actions on these just in case. Maybe you sent the proposal, they responded of like, hey, I'm so ready. I'm going out of town this weekend. I'm going to do it as soon as I get back. And they forget, right? Or something like that. Or they may say, hey, I really want to work together, but could we potentially push this out a month? Anything. I want to give you the control over if you send it and when you send it, right? From here, let's say it's in 7 days, the proposal hasn't been completed. We're going to put them in like a follow-up status and maybe we add a cold lead tag, right? But if I complete that proposal, these steps won't happen, right? If you send it and I immediately complete this proposal, Dubsado will dither out these steps and they won't happen, right? Instead, it's going to change the status to signing contract. After they sign the contract, it's going to change them to awaiting payment. And then after they make that payment on that first invoice installment, it's going to automatically start onboarding. Friend, you applied this workflow, edited your proposal, and sent it off. And then you got paid, right? You're somewhere laying on the couch, laying on the beach, and you got paid and you didn't have to think of anything else to go do, right? So now, I want to make sure you know, this is my test project in my demo account. When you get off, I just talked to Ashley. We got off a call. I'm ready to do this thing. I'm going to go to my workflows tab and apply this booking workflow. Okay. Dubsado is going to show me the steps that we just walked through, when it's going to happen, and I'm going to hit apply. I push the button. Dubsado's doing its thing from here, right? Now, if I refresh and go to the forms tab, I will see that I have a proposal template here, okay? It's the same template that's over here, but it's applied to just this client. So I can edit this. Maybe I don't even want to give her sample package 2, right? I just want to give her sample package 1. Maybe I want to edit this, and instead of $100, Ashley, you pay me $1,000. I save, I apply, my welcome message. Love all the things. Let's do it, friend, right? Maybe you can call out some very specific things that I mentioned on our call If I'm like, yo, I've tried to work with other wellness experts and it just didn't work well for me. Can you help me? Right? Like I'm hesitant. Like you can talk through those things, right? Show your secret sauce, okay? I can edit the package, and then I'm good. I can save it, close it, go back to my workflows tab, and then I can approve this going out. So at 124, Ashley's going to receive this custom proposal. So I didn't have to duplicate a proposal and name it Ashley T and change all those things, right? Once it's applied to this project, I can make all the edits that I want. Now I hit approve and I walked away. I might be hopping on another call. I might take the rest of the day off, right? But again, I don't have to do anything. The client has everything that they need. As soon as they accept this proposal, they're going to be taken right to their invoice. They're going to get paid. And after they get paid, they're going to be onboarded. I mean, that seems pretty damn easy to me, right? Now, if you are struggling with sending a proposal in under 10 minutes, please comment below and tell me why. Okay. I need to know these things. Also, make sure you check out my freebie to help you maximize your systems and automations to create and enforce boundaries in your business, right? Again, I don't expect you to be sitting behind Dubsado all day, every day to see if something came through, right? That's why we have systems, processes, and tech in place. If we aren't already connected, make sure you come on over to those Instagram streets and follow me at solution.integrators. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Let me know by subscribing to this channel for more systems and strategy goodies. Drop your comments or questions below so that I know how to improve and to help you continue to improve the way you work, improve the way you serve your clients. I'll see you in the next video.